Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Kuta software worksheet tutorial. We're doing solving systems of equations by substitution. This is going to be the basic version. Now, there's another video I have where I talk about solving equations by substitution that's a little bit more advanced. This one's kind of a step back for those that are struggling with this concept, and I'm going to try to break it down into the easiest possible solution that you can watch. Okay, so I hope you enjoy. All right. Solve each system by substitution. What do we do? Well, substitution is all about the principle of replacing things, okay? So what we want to do is we want to take either x or y and we want to get it by itself, okay? In my other video, you're going to see a step-by-step process of how do we go about substitution with the step-by-step process, but the key of it is we want to get a variable by itself. So we have x, we have y, and now we just need to figure out one of them. Now, here we have half the job done, okay? We know y is equal to something already, okay? So we already have y equals -3. We're going to try to find x. We're going to try to find y. We already found a number for y, so this makes it a little easier for us. What we're going to do now is we're simply going to plug that in for y into our other equation. Now, why would we do that? Well, tell me how you would find the value of y given this. Well, if you try to get y's by itself, and I mean, what do we do? Do we add 10? Do we divide by 7? No, there's nothing you can't do. There's two unknown things, so you can't do anything about it. We only want one unknown thing. So as we replace y is the same as -3. So we're going to replace y with that -3 and just rewrite the equation here. So let me actually change that to black or gray, whatever, equals 7x minus 10. See how I just replaced the value of y and made it -3? That's called substitution. So I substituted here. Okay, so I substituted the value of y, which is -3. If you want, just cover up the y. It's the same thing. They're equal, so I can just replace it. So y becomes -3, and now I have one variable. It's x. What do I do here? Well, I want to solve for x. You need it to solve a system means that you have an x and a y, okay? A number, it's a location. A solution to a system of equations is a location. Locations are written in coordinate pair form. So, my value of x, that's what I need to find still. And I know that I can use two-step processes to solve for x. What is that? Well, I want to get the x by itself. So I want to do the opposite operation to get x by itself. I'm going to add 10 to both sides. I'm trying to get the x alone here. So I have 7x, the -10 and the positive 10 cross off. Now I'm down to -3 plus 10 on the left. Don't forget my equal sign. I'm dropping this down. -3 plus 10 is +7. The x is still not alone. What do I need to do? Well, I got to divide by 7. Right now, 7 is being multiplied by x. 7x is 7 times x. So I have to divide by 7 to both sides, and I get x equals 1. So now I have my value for y. Now I have my value for x, and I can write it as an ordered pair. What is my ordered pair? It's going to be 1, -3, and there's my answer. My answer is 1, -3. That's the location where these two lines meet. That is my solution to the system. Okay, these two lines cross at 1, -3. All right, let's do another example. Hopefully you can start seeing how we do this. I have y equals -8, y equals -2x minus 12. I'm going to replace, I like to put a box around it. I want to replace y with -8. So instead of writing y, I'm going to write -8 equals -2x minus 12. Now I have a two-step equation. I'm going to add 12, and I get 4 equals -2x. I'm going to divide both sides by -2 to get the x alone, and I get x equals -2. Now, what's my solution? Make sure you always write the solution when you're done. Well, I already knew that y equals -8. Now I know that x equals -2. So my answer is -2 comma, negative 8. That is the location. That is the place where these two lines are going to intersect to form the solution. All of these so far are going to be very similar. We're just going to plug in these values. Okay, so for number 6, for example, we're going to plug in 7 in for y. So instead of writing y, I'm going to write 7 because they're equal. So 7 equals 8x minus 9. I'm going to add 9 to both sides. I get 16 equals 8x. I divide by 8, and I get x equals 2. That's not my answer. My answer is the location, the x and the y value where they meet, and that is 2, 7. It already gave us that y equals 7, so that's one of our answers. And the other one we found after using substitution. We use substitution right here. Substitution. Look, I can spell it too. How about that? Okay, that's where we use substitution. Now, let's go to a tougher example. Let's start with number 8. Now, look, this time, we're trying to find x, we're trying to find y. It doesn't tell us what y is. Well, it does, but it doesn't give us a number. This is not great, but there's still a way to do it, okay? What we're going to do is we're still going to do the same process. We're going to replace y with what it equals. We know that y equals 5x, so we're going to replace y in the first equation, okay? So if you want, you can even number the equations. This is equation 1, this is equation 2. So we're going to replace y in the first equation, equation 1, with the value of y in equation 2. Well, we know the value is 5x. So we're going to replace that. 5x equals, this is my equation 1 now, 2x minus 15. Now, what's the deal? Well, I still have a two-step equation, okay? But this time I have x's on both sides. I only have one variable. Our goal is to always get an equation with one variable. So we're going to subtract 2x from both sides, and we're just going to solve for x here. When you have x on both sides, you need to get the x's together first. 3x equals negative 15. I divide by 3 to get the x by itself, and I get x equals negative 5. Now, I only have my x. What do? I don't have my y. I only know that y equals 5x. That's okay. Once you get to here, it's just like one of these problems up here. Once you have your x or y, you just plug it into the equation and you solve. And actually, once you have x equals a number or y equals a number, you can plug it into either equation, okay? So in this case, I'm just going to plug it into either one, and I'll show you that you can do that. So let's just go ahead and plug this into the bottom one. So we have y equals 5 times, instead of writing x, I'm going to write negative 5. Why? Because I already knew that x is equal to 5x. Oh no, sorry, I already knew that x is equal to negative 5. Sorry, almost messed that up. So I'm going to replace x with negative 5. Now I know that y equals 5 times negative 5, and I get negative 25. And that's my value for y. Now, again, I need to write this as a location, so my answer is going to be negative 5, negative 25, and there's my final answer. Okay, so a little bit more involved if you don't have x or y equals a number at the start. Let's do another one. Okay, we'll do number 10 now. Let me see if there's any more difficult ones. Yeah, let's just do number 10, and maybe we'll end on another one. So we have 10, 6x plus 7y equals 20, y equals 2x. Now, how do you know what to substitute? Like, how do I know that I'm going to be substituting this one in for y? Well, you always want to find variables that are by themselves, if possible, or solve for variables to get them by themselves. And that's for another video. That's my other video, that we solve for one of the variables to get them alone first. But since it's already solved by itself, we're going to replace it. So we're going to write, let me go back to this form, 6x plus 7, and now I'm going to write, what's it equal to? I'm going to just go purple. 2x, and that equals 20. Now I have a multi-step equation to solve, so I have 6x plus 14x equals 20. That's 20x equals 20, and I have to divide both sides by 20 to get x alone. I get x equals 1. Now, I'm not done. I only have one of my values. Remember, you need an x. In this case, I got x equals 1, and now I need a y. So what do I have to do? I have to substitute again. Okay, you always have to substitute again. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to show you the other way to do it. Okay, so I'm going to show you how you can plug it into either one of these once you have a value for x or y. So y equals 2 times my value of x is 1, and I get y equals 2. Okay, so y equals 2. Let me show you how you can do it in the first equation. Remember how I labeled these? Equation 1, equation 2. So we plugged it into equation 2. Let me show you how you can plug it into equation 1 and get the same thing. So we have 6. I need to erase that. I'll show you in a second. I'm going to be replacing that. 7y equals 20. And I already knew that x equals 1. So I have 6 plus 7y equals 20. Subtract 6, subtract 6. I'm solving for y here. So we get 7y equals 14 divided by 7 divided by 7. I get y equals 2. So see how I got the same thing using two different methods? So my final answer is going to be 1, 2, because that is the location, the point where the two systems cross each other. And all these other problems are exactly like that. So good luck on this. I hope you enjoyed this video, found it helpful. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you next time.